Yeah, thanks, Patrick.
Dak, just looking at the Jets game, coming off of that game, going into the Panthers game, what's your biggest positive takeaway from that game that you guys can try to keep rolling against the Panthers, and what's one thing that you guys still want to improve upon?
Yeah, I mean, we got to improve on we definitely have to improve on just the 3 and outs. We're too good of an offensive unit just to have that many number of 3 and outs, or even, scoreless possessions there in the second half when we had a chance to put them away a lot earlier than we did. But once again, a lot to build off of. When you score plus 30 in the NFL, that's good momentum. And obviously the pass game, the run game, they were balanced to an extent, maybe not to our standard. But it was a good road win. Anytime you can get a road win of that caliber in the NFL, that's going to take a big chunk of confidence and move us forward, especially going back-to-back road games.
Speaking of confidence, when there seems to be a play where somebody jumps off sides and you seem to really early on identify, hey, this is a free play for me, and usually it gets a pretty good return on the investment there like you did in that last game. What's going through your mind when you see that and everything you have to process in that moment?
The play worked. I mean, a lot of the times I want that play. So when the ball snapped, I was a little surprised in this past week, right? The guy barely jumped. Brock did a hell of a job of pulling it and getting him off sides. But from there, I mean, that's a place that I want to be. I've got guys who can catch better than 50-50 balls headed downfield with the defense kind of on their heels, not even getting into their coverage, really just trying to match people and keep a shell on it. And just at that point, it's about giving a guy a chance, and the rest is up to those guys.
You're completing over 70% of your passes despite leading the league in passing attempts. What allows you to maintain that efficiency at such a high volume?
I mean, just the work I've put into this for one. Just how good I feel with just the offense, the way Shotty's been dialing things up. And then obviously the protection's a huge part of it. You can't do that if you're not getting protected the right way and receivers are getting to the right spot. So that's just that's everything just coming together, honestly. And I want to be higher than that. I mean, I don't like any incompletions unless it's truly just a throwaway, right? So our standard is high, and we make sure we push it each and every day at practice, and it's just about going out there and continuing to raise it.
Obviously, Ryan had a huge day with you last weekend. We know about the work you do with guys at your house in the offseason and the trip you take with the receivers. What's been the process of learning how to build that chemistry with guys that are maybe lower on the depth chart, so when it's their time, you can...
Yeah, that's why that time in the offseason, whether it's at the house or a local high school or our annual trips are so important because when you get into the game action or into the game week in the normal flow of things, you're really throwing to 3 or 4 of the guys that you expect to be out there. And so there's a good bit of training camp and time that, I wasn't getting reps again with Flo. And sure enough, right, he gets in there and there's not a beat and miss. And it's because if we can go back to those banked reps of confidence that we have of way back to the spring. So it's not like I'm throwing to somebody brand new or something I haven't done before. Now at that point, it's just about communicating on just the details of the route.
Zach, what are your thoughts about Rico Dowdle's message to the Cowboys that buckle up this week?
Is that what he said?
Double down on it, too.
Said he stands on it.
Good for Rico. I like Rico. I love Rico. I just texted him at the end of the last game. Hell of a job rushing for 200. Told him see him this week. So I'll keep that. Huh?
What do you say back?
Appreciate it. Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it. Yeah, something like that. Appreciate it, bro. See you then.
What's been the effect on you of the success of the running game, the commitment to the running game, the evolution of the play-action passing game?
I love it. No bigger fan. Coming in early in my career, I guess the run game was so good. It's something that, you took for granted. And then having a couple of years right in the past where we just weren't able to be efficient and consistent enough in the run game, handing the ball off feels great. And as you said, it opens up my favorite part of playing quarterback, play action. And so the biggest fan of it.
How much has Clayton Adams been a part of the success offensively?
Yeah, huge. He's the OC for one, but just the way that he installs plays when he stands in front of the team, the confidence that he shows, that he portrays, he exudes, and just the professionalism, I guess, that he expects is contagious, and everybody feels it. And he's a hell of a dude. I feel like as much as anything, obviously the plays and all that he's installed are working. It's a little bit of his personality that this offense is taken from him and moving forward each and every game of just going to get it done at all costs, whatever it takes.
Shotty talks a lot about the play caller's purpose. What does that mean to you?
While we installed a play, just that. It's something that we've used around here and said right for a couple of years, but it just goes back into exactly why they designed this play this way with the formation and this. And once all that's illustrated out to me, it's easy to see, and I understand where we're trying to attack, why we're trying to attack, maybe what it's not so great against, and that allows me to play comfortable within the play.
Yeah, you talked a lot about marrying the run and the pass game and how that's been an emphasis for him and kind of self-scout with that. How much does the play caller's purpose mixed with the marrying with the run and the pass kind of demonstrate every week for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, it's evident. You can go back and you watch every game, and I guarantee you can find formations that we're doing multiple run plays, action plays, drop backs out of, whether it's the motions and the formations or just the way that we're presenting it, and that's going to keep a defense on their heels at all times.
Dak, I was talking to Wilbur, and he said he kind of, in that QB room, you guys quiz each other on certain looks and what you're going to get. Can you kind of walk us through that process, what you guys go through to they help you get mentally ready and understand?
Yeah, those guys are tons of help and so beneficial for me throughout the week. Whether it's just little clues of, staying balanced in my drive, keeping my base wide that Joel reminded me of throughout practice, or to Will's point, whether it's in the meeting, him quizzing me, or in our time of pre-practice prep of going through our plays. I mean, we changed so much of our formations and the way we want to present a play up from one week to another that Will does a hell of a job of kind of just quizzing me, giving me the first word or two of a play, or maybe even just the personnel, and it told me to spit the rest of the play out. And obviously earlier in the week it's tough, but we continue to do it, and by the end of the week it's part of why I'm playing the way I'm playing, and this offense is all on the same page.
Is that part of the answers before the test, a little bit that you kind of get from that?
It's just another help. It's just another practice session. It's a way I get to call some of these plays, and I've said it before, right? I think someone was asking me about the wristband earlier last week, and it's one of those that, like I said, I love to call the play and look at people in the eyes when I'm calling the play, that you never want to hesitate. And so as many times as I can call these plays throughout the week and just practice that when I say it, I'm sure guys in the huddle take confidence from just the way that I've echoed the play call, that allows them to go out there and handle their job with more intention. Yeah, just a little turf burn. No, this was in the game.
To play a team like Carolina, a non-division team, 3 years in a row and on the road, very unusual. A lot of familiarity. Did that help preparation this week, and especially since they got the same DC and everything?
Yeah, most definitely it helps preparation. As you said, seeing them the last 3 years with the same DC as last year. Anytime you've got that, I'm not going to say it's like a division game, but there's a lot of familiarities and just what they're going to do, how they're going to attack, what we think they're going to play us, or maybe a certain look or defense they're going to give us that we struggled with last year. So all that helps. It's definitely different when you're playing a team 3 times on the road and not in the division, but I guess there's worse places to go to.
Is it hard for a young receiver to build trust with you? Because you have veteran guys and you know them a little quicker, but the guys ain't got like Phil Norway or even Jalen Brooks. Is that tough for them to you to trust them?
No, I wouldn't say so, and I think more than anything, it just goes back to that offseason. It goes back to the reps that we have banked together. And, then that's where I said that's the communication of the details of, once we've ran that route, okay, well, this is why I'm thinking of versus this DB or this corner or this coverage, and expect the ball to be here or there. So, you can shave it off this or do that. So I wouldn't say so, and as much as anything, just the way that we coach this offense, and I mean the way that the coaches install plays. It's sure it might be a play that CD's in here and it's for him, but everybody knows things change, personnel's change, and if that's got to be your position, you better know what to do as well. And so that's all based on how much this means to the guy and how much he's practicing and doing what he's supposed to.
When you have a guy jump such a big part of this offense, 77 points though in 2 games without him. What has that done for the confidence of the other parts of the offense?
Yeah, I mean, confidence is high. When you add a guy like George and guys are just getting older, more experienced, whether it be Ferg, Turb, Tolbert, then you got a guy like Flo that comes in and contributes like he does. It's just exciting. It's exciting understanding when you get them all back how many weapons you're going to have. And once again, there's only one ball. So I think for the good part about it, right, is some guys can get their egos fed now, and then we, get back into it later, understand that this thing's truly just about winning. And everybody's number gets called, just who knows what day it is, if it's back-to-back games or if it's, 4 games without a few catches, whatever. When you're doing things right, you're playing the right way, and you're helping this team, you're going to have success.
But when a guy jumps up like Flo did last week for the first time, you find yourself thinking, I better find out where he is.
No, you can't do that. If I do that, right, then I'm almost defeating the play caller's purpose at this point, right? I trust Shadi and Clayton and Shimmy and those guys to put those players in the best positions for themselves, because they know the way that I read and play the game, that trying to hunt down a guy, whether it be a CD or George Pickens, is never necessarily good for just the way that I see the game. So, no, I mean, that's my point about when you're just doing what you're supposed to do, you're running the route right and playing hard, your day will come, and flows just happen to come.
Guys like Kenny talked about how big last week was for you guys to get the win for the defense specifically, but what does that do for the offense if you guys are still early in the season trying to stack some of these wins?
Yeah, I mean, it's just a huge win for everybody. The greatest part about that game, right, it was, as I said, that defense getting that turnover right there before the first half ended, just the way we were able to roll and get 2 touchdowns and open that game up. So that's James Houston. Part of what I said. Yeah, that as I was alluding to earlier in this, I mean, any road win is huge. And when you go out there and your defense was a big part of that, they obviously helped getting that turnover, starting it there. You feel good about going on the road again as we are this week.
Going back to Rico's comments, and buckle up's pretty mundane.
I mean, we have to. Or get on a plane.
Yeah. All right.
And they ain't hit me, so like I don't.
I feel like dad jokes are suiting you well now that you're.
Yeah, they are for sure.
But kind of that's kind of mundane trash talk. But you've been in this league for 10 years. How much does bulletin board material
0
actually apply in the room?
Yeah, 0. I don't think at all. And I think, yeah, and I'm sure, no, not to me, not for me. I don't think for many guys in the locker room. And obviously it means something to Rico, you know what I mean? But I also don't know if he necessarily meant it like personally to any of these guys in the locker room either, right? But I can tell you those defensive guys in there, they're going to be themselves regardless. And whether you were their friend or their teammate a year ago or not, I can tell you Donovan Wilson's coming downhill to make a physical tackle. I can tell you any of those guys up front are trying to make physical tackles. Kenneth Murray's going to do the exact same. So it's not about whether he says it or not. It's about the way that those guys approach the game and the way that we play being a professional.
But you talk trash a little bit on the field, right?
Depends at times, for sure.
We saw that in Philadelphia week 1.
I wasn't talking trash.
You just wanted to know what he had to say.
Wanted to know why I thought I spit on him.
What were you smiling about in that moment? The camera caught you smiling at Jay.
I smile all the time. Do I not? No, I did not spit on him.
What impresses you the most about the way Javonte runs?
He knows where he knows where the offensive line is blocking, and he knows like where's the soft spot in the defense. And you can just see it on times of him setting up things and then coming back out this way as he knows, move them, and there's that hole back there. And so very, very patient, but yet physical as it gets. As you see, just should have been stopped in the backfield on a third and short last week and throws the guy over his back and runs through the other guy and gets the first. That super physical, but smart, and it's not just a bull in a china shop. He's doing it very calculated.
Obviously, winning is a team thing. We know that. One more win for you, and you'll pass Tony for third most quarterback wins in this franchise. Obviously, the guy that came before you. What would 2016 Dak think of that?
Never celebrated third place. So it's one of those, another stats, one of those things, as I said, when you've played this long, that you're just going to climb. Probably 2016, I was a little arrogant too, a little bit more. He'd probably be mad until, just give it time. So
back in 2016, remember we would ask you questions about Tom Brady and how he was playing like into his early 40s, and I remember you saying at that time, you're like, I don't know if I could play that long. Has your perspective at all changed on that? I'm not saying to 40s, but how long that you will play the game?
40s would be a good number. Obviously, I've been through some injuries, played very physical in college. So if I can get to 40 playing at the standard that I want, yeah, that'd be awesome. But to answer your question, yeah, it's definitely changed. I can see it more realistically now. And I think as much as anything, just the fun and the peace that this game still gives me 10 years in is going to be hard. And you can't supplement it. So as long as I can do this at a level that I'm proud and happy with, I'll keep trying.
How big a fan of James Houston are you?
Huge fan.
Yeah.
Huge fan. Obviously, I know that moment was just saying something, right? Just trying to correct the announcer, put some name on him. But at this point, yeah, we got to put some respect on his name. Like, this guy's making plays week after week, sacks, turnovers. But just going back and, looking at just who he was throughout college, it's who he's been. He's been a game changer, and he can make plays. And not surprised about it. Guy's taking advantage of his opportunity and proud of him.
Going back to the historical stuff, the statistical milestones are starting to kick in a little bit. Troy's name, Tony's name, Roger's name. How How aware are you of that, sort of your place in history with this franchise?
Honestly, not until you guys asked me. Truthfully, don't look it up. Couldn't tell you. Honestly, couldn't even just tell you the number that you just said. Forgot that already. I know you just said third, but like seriously, just couldn't. I think if anything, it's just a testament to how long I've been playing, and that's the biggest blessing, and that's what I'm so thankful for. Is just still playing the game that I love, talking about the peace and the fun that I'm having. And so to me, it's just about being present. And if I know if I continue to do that at the level that I want to, those things would just happen. So,
Cool.
thank you guys.
Thank you.